Hello everyone, I'm Adarsh and today I'm going to talk with you about how to get financial freedom at early age. Financial freedom is the freedom from fear. Whatever you learn, you should implement it because implementation is the key to success. Yes, whatever you learned today, whatever you learned yesterday, you should implement it. You should act on it. Action creates transformation. You should have an attitude of never giving up because you should always trust on yourself. Never ever listen to others' limiting beliefs, what others say that you cannot do that. You know that what's your power, you know that what you can do, so always focus on yourself, always trust on yourself, because if you are to build a trust on yourself, you can do anything in this world. Just you should have an attitude of never giving up. Okay, compete with your neighbors, compete with others in saving, not spending, because see, now lots of people show off things, they purchase expensive things and they show off. See, you should understand these two most important things. First, asset are the things which put money in your pocket, and the liabilities are the things which put out money from your pocket. So you should always invest in your assets, because see, rich people, every rich people in this world purchases asset first, because you have seen every rich person first he purchases asset, and the money that he creates with the asset, he use it to purchase more expensive things. You should tell these things to your kids, because your kids are your biggest asset for you. You should tell these all things about assets, about liabilities to your kids, because see, at the end, everyone need to create money. So why not you should tell your kids right now. Okay, the next thing is liability are the things which take money out from your pocket. Like, most of people think that car, house, these all are assets, but see, most of you are wrong. Because see, let's take an example of car is a depreciating asset, because we focus on young minds, we nurture young minds. So always tell these all financial things to our kids, that where to invest in stock market, how to do, what is cryptocurrency, how to invest in real estates, what are gold, everything. You should tell these all things to our kids, because our kids are the biggest assets for us. Okay, the next thing is apply the 20-80-20 principle. Yes, applying 80-20 principle is most important thing. You should tell your kids about budgeting. You should tell your kids about how to invest, because see, right now, take a pen and paper, grab a pen and paper and write your monthly income, and you have to divide it into 50%, 30%, and 20%. I will tell these all things in this video, so be over here. Now, the most important thing that I want to tell with you, that is, in between, I was also suffering with this all things. In between, my father was diagnosed with cancer, and I was unable to continue my course, and everything just stopped. I need to stop everything. School of super kids, you know, all guys. Okay, so that's what today I'm going to tell you, that how to get financial freedom at early age. So let's start. The first thing is compounding. Yes, compounding is very important thing. So let's talk about compounding. See, you should start investing at an early age and hold your investment for a long time, because compounding is the most important thing. See, let's take an example of Warren Buffett, who started investing at the age of 11. I also started investing at very early age. So you should also start your kids investing journey very early age. You should tell your kids about compounding. Let's take an example of Jim Simons. Jim Simons has compounded money at 66% annually since 1988, and today his net worth is $24.4 billion. But whereas you take Warren Buffett, who has compounded money at 22% annually, which is one third of Jim Simons, and the net worth of Warren Buffett is $134 billion. So you can see the difference. Warren Buffett, who started investing at an early age, he has compounded and he has earned the money of $134 billion is his current net worth. So focus on compounding, start early, begin early for success, because everyone at the end have to make money. Everyone at the end needs money. So you should, why not to start an early age? We mature young minds, we nurture young minds. So tell your kids from right now that start investing, where to invest, tell them about share market, tell them about assets, liabilities, tell them about budget, how to calculate budget, tell them about all these things, because these all things will help them in their future. So start compounding, start your investing journey at an early age, because once you will start compounding at an early age, that will compound, and you can also be the next Warren Buffett. Okay, so start compounding at an early age. You can understand the power of compounding. The next thing which is very important is start budgeting. Tell this thing, tell your kids how to make a budget, how to invest the money, where to invest the money, how to invest the money. Tell this all things to your kids. See, the most important rule is 50%, 30%, and 20%. Now, you have to grab a pen and paper and write down your monthly income and divide it into 50%, 30%, and 20%. Now, let's suppose your monthly income is 1 lakh rupees. So, what you have to do, you have to divide 1 lakh 50%, 50,000, and you should never spend more than 50,000 on your needs, your kids studies, your everything, your most important, your household things. Not you have to spend more than 50,000 on that things, on your needs. Now the next 30,000, you should never spend more than 30,000 on your wants, like your EMIs, your partying, outing, dining outside. These all things are your wants. So never spend more than 30,000 on your wants. And the 20% you should invest the 20% of your money, or you can save it. I will tell you to save your money, because I will see there are two options that you can do. Either you should share the 10% in investing and the rest of the 10% in saving, because I will tell you to invest, because once you will invest the money, it will grow. But if you will save that money in your bank account, it will be the same. So always invest your money. Now why I'm saying this, because when you are going to invest the money, that is going to increase. Okay, why I'm telling you this? Because of inflation. Yes, guys, inflation is the rate by which the product's price increase. See, whatever we are using right now is a natural resource, and sometime it is going to finish. So the human population, sometime are going to we are using that resources. So when there is going to be demand increase and the supply will decrease, so it will result into inflation. So understand, tell this all things, tell about inflation to your kids. Inflation rusts your money. The inflation rate of India is 5.10%. Now let's take an example. During COVID-19, you have seen during COVID-19 the demand of sanitizers were increased, but the supply of sanitizers were decreased. That's why the price of sanitizers were quite high. It were at their peak. So you need to understand it. If there is going to be increase in demand, then the supply, and the supply is decreased, then the price will increase and it will result into inflation. So these all things are really important for your investing journey, for getting financial freedom at an early age. So apply these all things, because action creates transformation. Okay, the next thing is building emergency fund. If you are young, you should build emergency fund, because god forbids anything untoward happens with you, your family, then you have an emergency fund. Now why to build an emergency fund? See, we don't know what anything can happen with us. Sometime accident, sometime medical issue, sometime financial problem in our house. So we should have an emergency fund with ourselves, and we should keep the emergency fund away from our daily expenses. See what we have to do. I'm telling you, tell this all things to your kids, because this all things will help your kids to get financial freedom at early age. Now let's suppose you have a bank account, and in that bank account you receive your monthly income. So what you have to do, never try to build the same budgeting your emergency fund in the same account. Make a new bank account and put the all emergency fund in the new bank account, because see, emergency fund is very important for you, and it should be minimally for 6 months. Now let's suppose the monthly expenses of yours is 40,000, so you should have minimum for 6 months, means 2 lakh and 40,000. Are you understanding it? So building an emergency fund is the most important thing that you can do to protect your family. Now why to build emergency fund? Like suppose you lose your source of income, you lose your stream of income, and you have the next 6 months to make a new stream of income. So the most important thing is building an emergency funds. Are you understanding it? Just say yes. See, because you're also sometimes most of the people's lost their job during COVID-19. So they have to always build emergency fund for that, also for their health. because sometimes, most of the time, medical issues, health issues, sometimes most of the people lose their job. So you should have minimum emergency fund that will help you in that time. Because see, most of us don't know that what it will be the use of emergency fund, but we know that yes, it is going to be used somewhere or anywhere. So yes, building emergency fund is the most important thing. The next thing is do diversification. Don't put your all eggs in a single basket. Yes, you have to diversify your portfolio, because see, each and every rich people do that. Why? Because see, if you are diversifying your portfolio, if you are diversifying your account, then the chances of losses are going to decrease and the chances of profits are going to increase. Because sometime, if you have invested in stock market, if the value of that stock market, your investment, is going to decrease, but the real estate, if the value of real estate is going to increase, then you are going to be normal. So that's the benefit of diversification, and that is done by all rich person in the world. So always diversify your portfolio, because said by Warren Buffett, don't put your all eggs in a single basket. You have to diversify your portfolio in most of the different things. Like, you should invest in real estate, you should invest in gold, you should invest in cryptocurrency, you should invest in bitcoin, you should invest in stock market. This all things will help you. So let's talk about some important things. The next thing is understand assets and liabilities. As I tell you, that assets are the things which put money in your pocket, and liabilities are the things which take money out from your pocket. Now let's take example of a car. People say that when a brand new car comes out of a showroom, it loses its 30% value. Yes, it is, the car is an asset, but is an depreciating asset. So always purchase asset, and tell this all things to your kids, because it will help them very importantly. Because see, we nurture young mind. So always nurture your kids, always provide them this all knowledge, always provide them this all information. The most important thing that we all do, showing off. Stop showing off. You have seen rich people, they use luxuries, but yes, anything they purchase from the income of their assets. They never purchase directly a big house, or they directly purchase a big or a expensive or a luxury car. They first purchase asset, and the income they generate from their asset, then they purchase some luxuries. So stop showing off, because if you have to just show off once, but at the last you will know that how much it is going to make you problems. You have to pay the emis. There are lots of processes of it. So always try to tell your kids about what are assets, what are liabilities. Okay. The next thing is choose your friends wisely. Why I'm telling you this in a finance video? Because you are the average of those five peoples with whom you spend the time most. Make friends who are like-minded to you. And yes, we provide these things in School of Super Kids. We provide these all things to your kids, because see, School of Super Kids work upon three most important pillars: environment, observation, and action. These three things can change your kids life. The first thing is environment. Yes, the environment is most important thing. The environment in which your kids stay, and what they observe from their environment. Like, suppose you are the parent of your kids. If you yell at your kids, if you shout at your kids, then what will they do? They will do the same. They will also shout at you. Okay. So your children learn from you. They always observe from you, and they act like that, and that comes into their habit, that comes into their behavior, that comes into their action. Are you understanding it? So choose your friends wisely. Make a positive environment for your kids. Because if you want your kids to be positive, because positive in, positive out, negative in, negative out, every battle is in your kids' mind. Every battle is in your mind. If you are going to think in positive terms, you are going to get positive results. And if you are going to think in negative terms, you are going to get negative results. So always choose your friend wisely, because you are the average of those five peoples with whom you spend the time most. It could be your relatives, it could be your friends, because we provide this all things in Super Kids. Because we provide a different ecosystem. There is a different ecosystem in School of Super Kids. We provide a total different environment, we provide total different observation. So yes, choosing your friends wisely is the most important thing. Because okay, are you understanding it? If you're understanding it, just say yes. Because people fail, but system does not fail. Okay, so always provide your kids such ecosystem that they are going to success in it. School of super kids provide that ecosystem to your kids to get financial freedom at early age. They work on our kids because we nurture young minds. The next thing, which is very important, always tell your parents about your financial crunch. Yes, financial crunch. Like suppose that you have a big financial crunch, or you are in a big debt. So tell this all things to your parents, because your parents know more than you. Your parents have more experience. Your parents have more knowledge than you. So tell everything about your finance, about your debt, about your monthly income. Tell this all things to your parents, because your parents have more experience than you. Because we provide this all things in school of super kids. Okay, because you have more experience than your kids, so always you should always give advice to your kids that you should do this, you should do this. Because see, your kids need your support, because they don't know what is wrong, what is right. Because you have to tell your these all things. You should tell to your kids asset and liabilities, diversification, how to choose your friends. Because see, every relation, your parents, your relatives, you got it made from the god, but the relationships you made with your friends are made by you. So made it by heart, made your best friends. Okay, so choosing your friend wisely is the most important thing. Tell this all things to your kids, or you can show this video to your kids to make them learn everything about this, how to be financial freedom at an early age. The next thing is value your time most. Yes guys, value your time most, because your time is your biggest asset. Your kids are your biggest asset. Your time is your biggest asset, because money is unlimited, but time is limited. You can never bring how much, even how much money you pay to the god, but you can never bring even a single second, even a single 0.01 second in your life. Why? Because time once goes, it never comes back. So focus on your time most, because your time is equal to money. Because see, money is unlimited, but time is limited. So work as per your time, because every successful leader in this world has 24 hours. Lots of people says that I don't have enough time, but every rich people in this world, Bernard Arnold, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, they have the same 24 hours in their life. So you should value your time most, because they also become champion in their world. Because why? Because they value their time most. Because you have two choices: work for other or work for yourself. What will you choose? You should choose. You should give mindset to your kids such they will work for themselves. You should not work for others. You should not fulfilling others dream. Fulfill your dreams, because your time is most important. Do such works which help you to make work for yourself. Complete your dreams, make dreams come true. Okay, the next thing, which is most important, programming your subconscious mind. Every night you sleep with your kids, you should do meditation with your kids. You should sit with your kids and do meditation, because programming their subconscious mind is the most important. Because see, you are their parent. You are the only who will help them to become rich, to have something big in their life. So program their subconscious mind, program your subconscious mind, because as I told you, that positive in, positive out, negative in, negative out, every battle is inside our subconscious mind. Because see, at night our subconscious mind is activate to 90%. So give to your subconscious mind before sleeping and after waking up. So you should program your subconscious mind. Doing meditation is the most important thing. Lots of people say, I can't afford it. But you should say, how can I afford it? Because once you will say, how can I afford it? Your brain is going to program such methods by which you can really get that dream come to true, and you are going to get that. Okay, so that's the power of saying, how can I afford it? Always say positive, because everything is in our mind. Because as I tell you, if you put garbage in a dustbin, garbage will come out. If you put positive things in your mind, positive things will come out. Because all power is within you. Always trust on yourself. All power is within us. What we can dream, we can make that to true. So programming your subconscious mind is the most important thing. And that were the things that you can tell your kids, or you can also tell this all things to yourself to get financial freedom at an early age. The first thing that I told you is start early, investing early, because you are going to get compound. Holding your investment for a long time is the best way to compound your money. The next thing is start budgeting, understanding inflation. Tell these all things to your kids, how to understanding assets and liabilities, because all powers within you. Because in school of super kids we provide this all things to your kids. We provide this all things, we provide this all systems to your kids about budgeting, about investing, about assets and liabilities, about everything in this world, because we nurture young minds, and that were the things that you need to do to get financial freedom at an early age. Thank you guys, lots of thank you, you all are awesome. Let's meet another time. Bye.